TorahCafe.com.
At the beginning of my freshman year, a student in one of my classes started making Holocaust jokes and Jewish
When
jokes.
Sami Kuperberg, a student of Oviedo High School in Oviedo, Florida, began to face anti-Semitism in the classroom, she went to her teachers for help. "Put your hand down, Jew," a classmate had told her, pinning her down to draw swastikas on her arm. Soon, Holocaust jokes became familiar rhetoric. She was afraid to be in the hallways alone. Her complaints, however, fell on deaf ears.
That night, I decided something needed to change. I was sick of waking up each morning terrified to go to school to the things that were awaiting me.
Backed by a small Jewish teen club, she planned an event for Holocaust education, which was canceled due to Hurricane Irma's wrath.
Irma is now the strongest hurricane to ever plow into the Leeward Islands.
They set a new date and began to plan from the beginning. When the date finally arrived, they expected less than 200 people.
A local high school sophomore will head to class this morning knowing that more than 600 people stood behind her fight against bullies.
An Oviedo high school student says she's standing up to bullying at school over her religion.
Local students met for a series of tough conversations.
And this was a student-led event at Oviedo High School.
Ripples of Jewish pride create a tidal wave of Jewish passion.
Now you have a choice. You have a choice to be bystanders or to be upstanders, like Sami.
As a student of JLI Teens, JLI's education branch for teens, she set her Jewish strength into motion. She stood up when no one else did. She held her torch and led the way. Like the voices of great Jewish women before her, she lifted her voice when it needed to be heard.
This event has been my dream for over a year, and seeing all of you out here to show that hate will not win is a dream come true.
It is our honor to welcome Sami Kuperberg, a young woman of the Jewish people and a voice of exemplary Jewish pride and heroism, to accept the George Rohr JLI Teens Leadership Award.
We're so proud of you. That's a beautiful, beautiful video, and we're going to hear you speak in a few moments. But we want to present you with a special gift. And we've also called up the shluchim from your community, Rabbi Yankee and Chanchi Majeski, who I know have been a very, very important part of your life and have been a great source of inspiration and support. I also would like to ask a great supporter and pillar of JLI and the National Jewish Retreat and a great supporter of Chabad, Mr. David Mintz, to please come up to present this award to Sami together with Rabbi and Mrs. Majeski. We've got a special plaque and a set of chumash that we want to give you to continue your studies and your excellent work. Go right ahead.
The George Rohr JLI Teens Leadership Award for outstanding leadership and commitment to the Jewish life and values presented to Sami Kuperberg, Orlando, Florida, where there's no leadership, strive to be a leader in recognition of your courage and resolve to actuate your JLI Torah lessons. The National Jewish Retreat, August 2018, Providence, Rhode Island.
I would like to start off by thanking you all for the incredible honor and the opportunity to come out tonight and speak. We are far from the end of anti-Semitism. In 2017, anti-Semitic incidences surged nearly 60%. For me, this used to be a shocking fact, but then it became my shocking reality. In school, students drew swastikas on me, beat me up, and I couldn't ask questions in class because I would be told, "Put your hand down, Jew." Something that not many people realize is that my entire journey started with a Facebook post. After the bullying became a constant in my life, I approached my principal and didn't receive any help. So I did what every Jewish teen does. I turned to Facebook. The post was intended for my close family and friends. I never expected the flood of support from all across the country. With the support of the Jewish community, I was able to not only use my voice, but make it louder. I decided that the best use of my voice was to plan an event with 2 Holocaust survivors so that students, faculty, and community members could hear their incredible story. The event originally wasn't even supposed to happen. I was told no by multiple people before I finally received approval from the school board. After much planning and hard work, the event was set for December 11th. Expecting less than 200, maybe 100 if we were lucky. Over 600 students and their parents came to support the cause. Many of them heard firsthand accounts of a Holocaust survivor for the first time ever. 3 local news stations picked up our story and 2 newspapers covered the event. I knew we had accomplished something truly remarkable when there was not a seat to be had in the auditorium. After the event, there was an endless line of students waiting to take selfies with the survivors and ask them questions and tell them how their story had impacted them. There are 2 reactions to hate. You can either take off your Jewish star and hide, or you can wear an even larger star proudly. For the longest time, I wore the largest, shiniest star I could find. Tonight, the necklace I'm wearing has the number 127000. This is the same number on the arm of the Holocaust survivor who spoke at my event. I carry his story with me every day, just like all 600 people from that auditorium. Some of you may be thinking that organizing such an event isn't something that you can do, but I can promise you, I never planned on being an advocate. Even when the bullying became a constant in my life, I was afraid to stand up until I realized that this is so much bigger than myself. You are only confined by the walls that you build yourself. This happened at a high school that is only 10 minutes from one of the largest hillels for college in the country. Teens are facing anti-Semitism and bullying in almost every high school across the country. There are teens all around the world standing up for what they believe in. My friends at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School are a perfect example of what teens can accomplish when they come face to face with hate. In Charlottesville, teens and adults stood together to combat the hate that was facing their community. We are building the next generation of leaders. The teens in your area want to lead. They just need your support to show them the full range of their voices. The support I received made my commitment to Judaism even stronger. As a C-Teen leader, I am working closely with Rabbis Yankee and Hanshi Majeski, our local Chabad rabbi, on programming and membership initiatives. I know there are other Jewish teens in Central Florida who have been victims of anti-Semitic comments and incidences just like me. Through JLI and the C-Teen programming, we can offer fun and educational programs where teens are not afraid to admit that they're Jewish. A place where they can find their strength and support of other Central Florida Jewish teens. Rabbi Yankee and Hanshi Majeski and I know that we are making a change. Everyone in this room can join us in making a change. It is going to take every single one of us to stand up and use our voices before this change will happen. By being here, you are already a leader. My mentors have inspired me and given me the strength, and you can give young teens the courage too to stand up. All of you can be that type of mentor too. We can work together to create a future that we will be proud of. We can't wait for there to be a change one day, because one day starts today.